Trump told a group of farmers Deere could face major tariffs if the company outsources jobs to Mexico.
Trump has threatened John Deere, a major American corporation, with heavy taxes over its plans to relocate production outside the United States.
I just noticed behind me John Deere tractors. I know a lot about John Deere. I love the company, but as you know, they've announced a few days ago that they're going to move a lot of their manufacturing business to Mexico. I'm just notifying John Deere right now. If you do that, we're putting a 200% tariff on everything that you want to sell into the United States.
Deere & Company, a leading agricultural, construction, and forestry equipment company, is known for its iconic motto, "Nothing runs like a Deere." The company provides a wide range of tractors, including the D-Series, E-Series, specialty tractors, super heavy-duty tractors, and innovative JD-Link technology, all designed to satisfy the changing needs of modern farming and construction operations. John Deere was formed with a simple but powerful mission: to assist farmers. However, something has changed. Today, it appears that John Deere has lost sight of its roots and the farmers who helped launch it to prominence. The company is employing software to lock farmers out of their own tractors, making them unable to repair the machinery they have purchased and paid for. Farmers are now required to bring in authorized John Deere dealers to handle even minor concerns. Farmers were once considered the ultimate DIYers, but they are fighting back, filing lawsuits around the country, demanding the freedom to repair their own equipment. They believe that it is about defending their livelihoods, not John Deere's intellectual property. John Deere is moving jobs south of the border, transferring its manufacturing to Mexico, and laying off over 600 American workers in Illinois and Iowa. While they are cutting off American workers, it becomes increasingly clear that they prioritize profits before people. This act is not only a setback for industry workers, but also a double headache for farmers, as they lose local jobs and face additional challenges in repairing their equipment due to the software locks. John Deere's CEO, John May, received a $10 million pay increase while workers lose their jobs. It is essential for firms to make a profit, but there must be a balance between helping farmers and workers. Farmers are increasingly demanding better repair policies from companies like John Deere, which they believe are limiting their ability to maintain their machinery. This is not just about farmers, but also the entire agricultural system and the food we rely on. The issue extends beyond tractors and cornfields, impacting rising food prices, potential shortages, and a chain reaction that starts with a damaged tractor and ends on our dinner plate. The conflict between farmers and corporations is far broader than it appears, as it has the potential to transform the entire U.S. economy. Farming is not just a modest aspect of the economy, it is its foundation, producing an enormous amount of food annually. Companies are setting a dangerous precedent by preventing individuals from maintaining their own equipment, setting a dangerous precedent for other industries. The agricultural technological revolution has changed farming significantly since the days of horse-drawn plows.
Yeah, every new tractor is a little bit better. And with the technology and now with this track.
Modern tractors now use GPS, touchscreens, and advanced technology, but they also change the game in unexpected ways. Tractors now use GNSS satellite navigation, allowing farmers to harvest maize yields of around 1.5 bushels per acre. However, these high-tech tractors also use drive-by-wire systems, making repairs a whole new task. Farmers must now be both mechanics and information technology specialists, assuming they have access to the necessary software. With repair restrictions increasing, obtaining the necessary tools or code to solve problems has become a significant challenge. However, not all technology is harmful, as it allows farmers to sow seeds with precision, apply the right amount of water and fertilizer, and eliminate waste, benefiting both the environment and the bottom line. John Deere's revenues are booming, but farmers are feeling more constrained than ever. While component sales increased by 20.3%, total agricultural equipment sales decreased by 22%, indicating that John Deere makes more money from maintenance and components than from selling new equipment. This raises concerns about the food supply and small communities that rely on agriculture. Trump recently issued a warning to John Deere, threatening a 2% tariff on all Deere products sold in the United States if the business plans to lay off Midwest workers and relocate parts of its operations to Mexico by the end of 2026. Trump stated that Deere's actions are detrimental to American farmers and the U.S. manufacturing industry. Harvard University executive fellow George warned that a 2% tariff on Deere would eventually harm those Trump seeks to promote, passing on additional expenses to American farmers and losing some of its competitive advantage. Christine McDaniel, a former top trade official under President George W. Bush and senior research scholar at George Mason University's Mercatus Center, shared similar worries, predicting that if Deere abandons its Mexico plans to escape Trump's tariff threats, the business will be at a global disadvantage, leading to decreased sales, revenue, and fewer job prospects at John Deere. Billionaire Mark Cuban criticized Trump's proposed tariff on John Deere, arguing that it would give Chinese enterprises an advantage and benefit them while harming Deere. The Wall Street Journal's editorial board also criticized Trump's stance, claiming that U.S. firms like John Deere must compete in a worldwide market under agreements such as the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, USMCA, which requires zero tariffs on farming equipment. What is John Deere's response to Trump's aggressive words and tariff threats? John Deere has not changed its plans or made any decisions to move production or cut U.S. personnel. Analysts believe the company is taking a cautious approach, waiting to see whether the political atmosphere swings more before making any statements. They have stated, quote-unquote, "We have had a presence in Mexico since 1952. They went on to say, "It's not unusual for here to consider a number of factors when it comes to leveraging our global footprint. As a global business," they say, while building new products in U.S. exactly. Trump's proposed tariffs on Chinese imports and other export taxes might raise trade barriers to Great Depression levels. This could extend throughout global supply networks, rising consumer prices and complicating American enterprises that use foreign materials and components. Retaliatory duties will strain U.S. export industries like agricultural and car industry as other countries defend their markets. Trump supporters believe these tariffs would compel firms back to the U.S., but some believe they may backfire. Swiss bank UBS believes that a 60% tax on Chinese imports and a 10% universal duty on all other foreign items could reduce world economic growth by 6% by 26.
Keep our options open for side dress application, planner.
These tariffs may reduce China's GDP by 0.68% and the EU's by 0.11%, according to a London School of Economics and Political Science analysis. Trump's trade policies are unpredictable and spontaneous, so it's hard to foresee how he'll apply these tariffs. The previous president continually supported protectionist policies, citing their benefits to American industries and jobs. His frequent threats to the Federal Reserve's independence have raised concerns because politicizing the central bank might damage the U.S. dollar and Treasury bonds, threatening global financial stability. Deere & Company recently settled SEC allegations for $9.9 million, but the dispute continues. The SEC accused Deere of violating the FCPA, which prohibits American companies from paying foreign officials for business contracts. Over $5 million in alleged fraudulent gains and $4 million in civil fines were settled. The change in diversity, equality, and inclusion (DEI) practices at John Deere has drawn criticism. Social and cultural awareness events will receive less sponsorship, and the company will oppose diversity quotas and pronoun identification. Deere will stop participating in parades and festivals and refocus its business resource groups, BRGs, on professional development, networking, mentorship, and talent acquisition. The company will also review its training materials to remove socially motivated messaging and ensure legal compliance. Social media campaigns and legal challenges have fueled conservative opposition of DEI initiatives, prompting Deere's DEI policy revision. Conservative Robbie Starbuck said John Deere's DEI projects were distracting from its main business and inefficient. John Deere, born in Rutland, Vermont in 1884, moved to Grand Detour, Illinois in 1836 to avoid bankruptcy. He was a general repairman and shopkeeper in Grand Detour. Farmers in the fertile Midwestern plains struggled with iron and wooden plows that accumulated thick, sticky soil before Deere changed the plow industry. Deere revolutionized tilling with a highly polished steel plow that readily slipped soil off. Deere innovated beyond the plow. He started making plows ahead of time so buyers could view and buy them to meet farmers' growing requirements. This commercial model improved sales and spread awareness of Deere's breakthrough products, cementing his position as an agricultural tool pioneer. Deere & Company and Leonard Andrus built L. Andrus Plow Manufacturer, a two-story water-powered plant, in 1848. After their collaboration ended in 1848, Deere moved to Moline, Illinois, for better train and Mississippi River access. He started a firm with Robert Tate and built a 1,000 square foot factory to boost output. At the 17th Illinois State Fair, Deere & Company earned Best and Greatest Display of Plows and Variety. John Deere Model D tractors were developed after the business entered tractor manufacture in 1912. Hillside harvesting technology from Deere and other agricultural equipment manufacturers allowed harvesters to collect grain on hillsides with 50% gradients in the 1930s. Burton F. Peake appointed Charles Deere Wayman, the founder's great-grandson, president of Deere during World War II. Wayman was a colonel in the U.S. Army. The company supplied military tractors, M3 tank transmissions, aviation parts, ammunition, and mobile washing units. In 1939, Deere introduced the Model 505, followed by the 40, 45, 90, and 105 in the 1960s. The mid-1950s Deere attachable corn head let farmers select, shell, and clean corn in one operation.
Everything got laid till we finished planting corn right at the...
Deere & Company acquired Heinrich Lanz, a German tractor maker, in 1959 to expand globally. To meet modern farmers' needs, Deere & Company introduced many new tractor models in the 1970s. They introduced the Theory Series tractors with stronger engines and hydraulics to continue their innovation. Next came the 50 Series tractors with higher horsepower and economy. International Harvester pioneered rotary combines with their axial flow machines in the late 1970s, followed by others. Deere made classic Walker combines into the 1980s and 1990s. Deere & Company grew abroad in the 1990s by acquiring Italian tractor maker SDF and entering China and India. Deere & Company acquired Blue River Technology, a cutting-edge company that uses computer vision and AI to integrate machine learning into agriculture, in September 2000. This technology lets farmers spray pesticides precisely where weeds are found, reducing chemical use and boosting sustainable farming. Deere & Company, a global leader in agriculture and construction, employs over 60,000 people and develops breakthrough technologies and sustainable practices that shape agricultural and heavy machines.